Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. We are in chapter 40-26. We have 18,000 diamonds, so we're definitely going to get into some summons. I've been doing a lot of progression, so what I've actually been pushing right now is the King's Tower and the Faction Towers. You can see we're almost 500 floors on each of these towers. Big thing here, guys, is the Stargazer cards. So you'll see I've gotten over 50 Stargazer cards this week alone. Pushing the towers. It is increasingly difficult because we are at the multi-stage battles, meaning that we have to have two full teams of a specific faction, making it a lot more difficult to push. Same with the regular King's Tower. It is the two teams, guys. So again, happy Sunday. Thank you guys for joining us. Jesus is here. Javid Keck is here. Hyatt and Dark Blaine is here as well. 18,000 diamonds. So we know on Tuesday, we are doing the patch. There's going to be the new patch that is dropping, which is going to include our next Celestial Hero. Right now, guys, a lot of people really complain about the Celestials, the Hypogens, the heroes that are releasing. Really, at this point, you just pick and choose on who you're building, and they're going to build over time. We're not putting really anything in here. I do buy the monthly cards, and that is the only thing that I buy, guys, right here. So it is 20 bucks a month is all that I put into this to get some cards out of here, get some extra diamonds, get some extra time emblem cards right here. But short of that, guys, it is what it is. We are working on Haelus. We need a couple, or Haelus. We need a couple more pieces of his furniture. I have his plus 30 signature item. We already do have him at plus 60 engraving. We finally got him to plus 60. What's going on, Bobby? Thank you for joining us. Brandon here as well, and Lawensky. So what I've actually been utilizing is, if you guys have been doing the Battle of Blood, a lot of players out of here have been saving all of their resources, getting some extra loot out of the Warrior's Way. Absolutely, guys. Make sure you do the dailies. Make sure you do the weeklies. I've actually finished everything out of here. Last week, we just had the light bears to complete. Because out of this exchange, I am buying nothing but red emblems. So the red emblems, these elemental cores, the elemental cores, not the red chests. The elemental cores have allowed me to actually finish out that plus 60 engraving on Haelus. And we've also seen him with informations. We'll use him a little bit today. If you do not have that many of your primary meta heroes built, red chests are really a good way to go as well. It is kind of a trade-off. When you get to the point of having a significant amount of red chests, then actually swapping over to the engraving mats is a solid choice if you don't need the heroes out of there. Now, if you caught yesterday's video, we actually built up Estrilda to that plus 30 signature item to utilize her. We need two more pieces of furniture, and then we'll be able to actually buff our attack rating a little bit faster, which is good. Zig Force, thank you for all the old guide videos. Yeah, guys, most of you know I love doing the guide videos. It is absolutely one of my favorites. What's going on, Carol? I'm building Morio right now. Yeah, Morio, guys, short of the utilization within either the tower or within the Dark Namora, the Twisted Realm boss works incredibly well with the build, guys. She's very particular to the skills and abilities she has to really dominate that one. I'm surprised we haven't seen Scarlet in there because we've seen Scarlet everywhere else. But Moriel is still in there with Skarath doing an absolute amazing job. What's going on, Space Trooper? So again, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a couple summons. We already finished out, of course. Scarlet is completely done. Hoping to pull some more furniture over here. We've been focusing on Zafriel. Zafriel we're building out. We got him to a plus 30 signature item last time. And then we're also building out Awakened Disease. We need two more copies. We'll be able to get him up to the Ascended level. And then hopefully another star added on there relatively shortly. That way we can get him some engraving and unlock some of those skills. Yeah, gold is rarer than Hero EXP. Yes, gold, guys, I've gained a little bit, but now that we've been doing our shop resets, you can see even in here I've been doing all of my shop resets. The shop resets absolutely kill your gold. It absolutely destroys the gold right now. And the Cursed Realm is 350, 30 Ascended Heroes to enter. Twisted Realm, I think is not 100% sure. I don't remember where it is. Maybe it's leaderboard. Yeah, here it is. This one, current crystal level is 544. Max level limit requirement is 685. Yeah, so that's kind of crazy with the levels that are catching up, guys. Have to stay up and keep pace with levels. Watching your videos for a while. Just want to thank you for helping me with the game. Oh, thank you, Stefan. Absolutely, guys. Like I said, I love making the videos. Does she have to be plus 30? The big thing with plus 30 on Astrilda, so a lot of people were asking this. This is when the damage reduction goes to the entire team if and only if Astrilda is not on the front line. If you look right here, guys, the signature item, the plus 10 and the plus 20, all require her to be on the front line. On the front line, she doesn't have that much survivability. She'll actually die out pretty quick. If you do not have this plus 30, that allows her to go to the back line. You're going to have issues with her survivability, which is what we've seen before. So if you're building her out, again, front line, she'll do fine. Unless you have to run her back line. In that case, this will not do anything, which is kind of unfortunate. Marill is used with Torn in the Cursed Realm. Yeah, Cursed Realm, absolutely, guys. With the 6 teams in there, it's kind of crazy. Kraken Crunch, honestly, right now, I would wait. Should we build the new Celestial Audrey that's coming out? I wait to see where they're built. Again, if I was putting a lot in here, if I was heavy pay to win, I would build them out a little bit quicker just to really kind of have them so we could test them, we could play around with them. But we have to see how the damage works. And a lot of the guildies will actually pick her up. And with being, them having all the heroes built and being able to test out of a lot of the heroes is what I kind of wait for. Doing good, Dark Lord. So here we did pick up a custom mythic furniture scroll. This one was actually out of the trading hub. So I actually picked one out of here, which was awesome to see. But I did win the roll here for a custom furniture scroll. So I'll have to save that one. We have quite a few summons here. 4 elite hero stones, hoping for celestials and hypogens. A majority of the regular faction heroes we have completely built. So those 4 give us, look at that, guys. Yes, that is awesome. Zafriel, we are building right now, guys. Very cool to see a copy of Zap in there. Mishka, we are building as well. We do not have Mishka up to 5 stars. Little bit of food and then a copy of Nara. That is a awesome double pull right there. I absolutely love seeing that. So again, in here we have Zafriel, which I believe that'll give us another copy, guys. I think that will take him up to Mythic Plus. Look at that. He is one of the primary heroes that I've been using within the Celestial Tower. Really lacking the damage with a second team, which is the reason why we are building him out. Should we max Baba Yaga? So Baba Yaga, honestly, the plus 20 signature item, the 9 of 9 build is really good. The plus 30 engraving is very good as well. But she is actually quite a bit down when it comes to building her out. There's not a big priority. Again, 3 of 9 furniture, important because of the fatal damage. 9 of 9 is good because you're going to get an ult when she comes out of that treehouse, which is good to see. Honestly, I do like her. We're going to start here, and I'm going to go with Aziz because if I can get these 2 copies of Aziz, we have 3 pulls here. I can actually do the Stargazer for Aziz to add some more stars on there, hopefully. So again, fingers crossed. Usually on the streams, we get some good luck, which is what we're hoping for here today, guys. So first pull just gives us some resources. Pull number 2, just some resources. Last week, we didn't get any copies either. So our final one in here gives us no copies again, guys. Bad RNG again. Because we didn't pull any copies, I'm going to build Zafriel. Did give us a ton of resources. So it's always good in here to see just the amount of resources that we pull out of here. Remember, boom, we got 1. I wonder if we could get another one from Common Scrolls, but we got 1. Got 1 with the single right there. So pretty happy with that one. Anytime that we can pull a copy, we need 1 more. You know what? I'm going to do the summons just for the simple fact. I think the RNG, the RNG, I know Javid has had some insane RNG lately with the legendary heroes, which there's a copy of Thane. Pull number 2, just some more rare cards. And then we do have 2 pulls here. Still looking to build Fane out a little bit. So 1 and number 2. Just some more rare heroes. So nothing too important there. Yeah, single pull. I love doing the single pulls, guys. That is why we do it. So we need one copy. One copy of Z's will actually take him up to Ascended, giving us the ability to put the furniture on him, giving him some more skills, and then we can summon from the Stargazer or the Temple of Time to build those out, which I love. Yeah, Javid, there we go. Javid sent me some screenshots. 5 Awakened Heroes from normal summons, which is crazy. The AFK Arena would do. Yeah, Peter, definitely. I am waiting for AFK Arena to do a collaboration. So here we go, guys. So we have a Mythic Plus. So we need, what, 4 copies? Let's see if we could pull maybe some diamonds out of here. First one does give us a Elite card right there. Second copy, just some more resources. Third copy, the same. We're not having the best of luck today, but that's okay. It happens. Honestly, we're not going to pull all of the heroes every time. Again, more resources. 3 pulls with the diamonds, guys. Number 1 gives us another copy and a Graveborn card and a piece of Mythic Gear. Very solid pull right there. I absolutely love that. So that gives us 3. Only need 3 copies left, guys. Wonder if we could pull some diamonds. They're just some more resources. Last one is Mauler card. Not too bad. Another piece of gear. So not too bad. I mean, we only got 1 copy of that, but that's okay. Because we got a lot of resources out of there. We got some gear. We also did get a couple cards in here. I don't know if we're going to have enough for another level. 40,000. Every level we're gaining, guys, the need for the essence is going up dramatically. We're actually almost to, I believe, 50,000 for each pull. There's a copy of Desira, 1 copy of Golas, and then just some more food there. We'll pop these open. I don't like all this stuff sitting in the bag, so we actually open these up. It's probably priority Merlin, Leo, and Arthur first, then exchange for Baba Yaga. Honestly, yes, that is the wrong priority for that. Make sure, guys, you get Baba Yaga now. If you're looking, Baba Yaga, you can get Baba Yaga for free right now. I believe it is starting tonight. You can pick up Baba Yaga. It is super expensive if you're going to go in here and actually garrison the heroes versus just buying Baba Yaga out right now. We know that meta formations change in incredibly fast. We see them changing all of the time. Baba Yaga is used in a couple formations. If they do, or when they do a dimensional tower, Baba Yaga will be utilized in there. Also utilized within the Cursed Realm. There's a lot of places, guys, that these heroes are being utilized, that you want to make sure you're building them. Once you have Baba Yaga, you can go right back to building out every one. So once you have Merlin down here, you have Leonardo, you have Arthur. Those will build out over time. You want to do Baba Yaga now. Honestly, right now. What's my overall impression of Audrey? So right now, Hyatt, Audrey does an incredible amount of damage. It is kind of a upgraded Gwen, like you said. It's kind of like the damage that Gwen is doing, plus kind of the targeting ability of Athelia. You can move her within the formations to target specific heroes that you want to, which I think is a really cool dynamic they kind of put in there. It almost kind of seems like Treznar. So Treznar will actually run to the enemy side of the battlefield, is what we kind of see with Treznar. And Audrey kind of does the same with just doing damage, not physically moving there, but just doing some damage on the other side, which I like. They need to upgrade Stargazer rewards. Absolutely, guys. There's really 2 things, Space Trooper, that I feel AFK Arena, and if anyone's watching from Lilith, is missing is number 1, updating the Stargazer rewards, and number 2, updating the guild bosses, guys. Now the game is going on 3 years. These are the same bosses that we've seen for 3 years. That is right. 3 complete years we have seen the exact same bosses, which gets super old after a while. So I would love to see them actually update some of those bosses in there. I think would be absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, Attack on Titan. I think any of the games, honestly, that they could really do a solid collaboration, bringing over 2 heroes at a time. I think it's really cool how we bought, we got Ainz and Albedo, we got Joker and Queen. I feel like that is the way those collaborations really need to work to be successful. So we dropped Mortis in here. We also dropped Baden in here. Big thing with Baden, guys, is Baden is being utilized in a lot of formations. Again, within the Cursed Realm and the Twisted Realm, we've seen that kind of built out a little bit. We also know that Aziz, I believe we have 3 pieces of his furniture already. Nope, we have 2 and then 1 for Frampton. So we'll continue to build him out. Aziz is going to be the awakened hero that we're going to build. Yeah, tower rewards are pretty good. When you start getting into the red chest, when you get into the emblems, when you start getting into the Stargazer cards, the tower rewards are pretty good. I feel like they could buff them up a little bit. I think they need to add a little bit more to them, just because right now, guys, we have so many heroes to build, especially if you are a newer player coming into AFK Arena. There's an incredible amount of heroes. There is honestly an incredible amount of heroes, which there we go. We got another piece there for a star. And back-to-back furniture, 1 for Mishka. I believe that takes Mishka to that 3 of 9 furniture. And I'm hoping that we can get some more heroes out to the 9 of 9 so we can continue to just swap heroes in and out, guys. There we go. Another piece for a star. That's already 2 for her today. Another mythic one right there, which is Mortis. So that is his first one. 1 card on the table, so we'll go ahead and we'll do what we normally do. Equip all of our furniture, and there we go. 3 of 9 for Mishka. Mishka, guys, super strong hero when it comes to that 9 of 9 furniture. Building her out is awesome. It is very strong. Baba Yaga is good. Haelus is good. I'm building up Brutus a little bit just because I want the extended duration of Last Gasp. It works pretty well. Aziz is in here as well. Then, of course, Baden, we have Zolrath. Zolrath does an incredible amount of damage when you actually get him built out. So I don't have anyone close enough to take to 9 of 9, so we're just going to sit tight. I'll recycle what we have and leave the red card in our bag and the one right here till next week. Yeah, I know everybody's been kind of waiting for Baba Yaga. Is Pippa worth building? What's going on, Levi? Pippa, in my opinion, is worth building. Pippa's actually a hero that is used in a couple different formations. A lot of players were using her within the Portal Party, which I don't really see very much, but also a lot of players use Pippa when it comes to the Thorin comp. It's been kind of different comps. Also, she's of course going to be utilized within the Wilder Tower, based on a couple different formations in there. So it does work. Yeah, that's it. What Geeky said right there. I haven't seen the Portal Party in a while. It's actually been quite a while. Does Baba Yaga work with Leonardo? Yes, Baba Yaga does work with Leonardo. And even a lot of players, I've seen Baba Yaga running with Khazard because of this duration for debuffs. And she has a lot of debuffs, guys. Baba Yaga does come with a lot of debuffs, which is what some players are utilizing. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into answering questions. We're going to get into farming the campaign. As you can see, I set some formations in here. So we're going to set them and we're going to let them run, see exactly what we can do. Should I build Mishka or a star? Honestly, Carol, I would go with Mishka. Mishka, I see in a lot more formations than I see a star in. Also, I see Mishka in a bunch of other places like the Cursed Realm. Mishka is used. I personally, I would go Mishka. The other big reason is with Mishka in formations is you can throw the barricade on Mishka. And again, Mishka is very tough to kill. So popping the barricade on there can work incredibly well when you're building out Mishka. What's going on, Madi? For Mishka, yeah, and that's it. So Mishka, just like what Javid said, guys, Mishka is very strong. Now, we're running formations in here, guys, that we know work. And that's kind of how I set all these. I go through a lot of the different formations in a couple different places. We could swap up to formation, but we know this is one that has worked. Got to try to keep Mortis up for a minute, and there we go. So Mortis buffed on that one, which makes Grez incredibly strong. Just got to get some RNG here, have to get some immunity. We got an ult right there from Pharrell. And just like that, guys, we finish out our very first stage here. My thoughts on Ty Lee. So, G Dave, Ty Lee does incredibly well. A lot of players actually use Ty Lee into chapter 41 plus. Even now, I mean, we've seen her in a couple different places, but she does incredibly well because of the immunity. The big thing, similar to a lot of other heroes, Ty Lee requires being built out significantly. So what I'm saying is, I believe the 9 of 9 furniture on her is a necessity. I believe with Ty Lee, the plus 60, the plus 60 engraving has to be on there. Then, of course, the signature item to allow her to burn down targets super fast when she goes immune. Maximizing the damage she's putting out there. It's really what you have to do. Is Obeto 3 of 9 worth it? Yes. 3 of 9, Siobhan, absolutely. It is a very high priority, just like what Javid said. The 3 of 9 with Albedo allows her to have immunity. If you're not familiar with the tanks in AFK Arena, if a tank doesn't have immunity in AFK Arena, for the most part, it's pretty much game over. If they are missing that immunity part, because they will die. Tanks in AFK Arena, guys, have a tendency to die super fast, and they consistently die very fast. I've really said what I would love to see is them doing something with the Elder Tree to add some more mitigation in there or something. But as of right now, they haven't done anything with it. But if they added mitigation to the tree, I feel like it would make a big difference to the survivability of tanks. Because as you start getting into higher level deficiencies, crowd control overwrites tanks. Most players don't use tanks. It is just the crowd control aspect. And I know this formation uses the Thorin Cheese, which I hate. But we know it's super effective, guys. We've actually had the Thorin Cheese work a lot. Just finished 40 today. Used him twice in the campaign. Very useful PvP. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Haelus, and I call him Haelus, but Haelus, a lot of players are running him. I'm seeing him in a lot of formations. We're seeing him in the Cursed Realm. We're seeing Haelus in a bunch of different formations, guys, that they've been coming up on. I've seen him and the ability with that plus 60 engraving to allow the energy with the shields. Really powerful build. And that's why so many players have been utilizing that hero. Cecilia has a 60%. Yeah, that is the reason. Cecilia was kind of a cheaper way RPG master for the Twisted Realm bosses because of the damage reduction. Not only turning targets around, which a lot of players will use that ability when it comes to like Sorin, but the 60% damage reduction from that circle makes a very big difference, guys. And we might have to change up this this Thorin comp. Again, I hate running Thorin, and this is the reason why. But let's go to this one, and I'll take a look at the Thorin comps. What's going on, Curtis? Ainz, yeah, Ainz is broken, Peter. Always has been. Is this account the same as last week? Yep, same. We've run this account usually every week. Guys, we run this account is kind of the go-to. And this one's an interesting formation again. Looking at these, yeah. When Thorin has full energy and doesn't ult, I don't understand the reason. What's going on, Tech? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love streaming, guys. Thanks for joining us. Baba Yaga Exchange, I know. I've gotten so many messages, guys, on how many people are just waiting for Baba Yaga. It's crazy the amount of time that we've waited. I honestly, I don't think they should make us wait as long as they do. I think it's kind of cruel, especially because they don't allow you to do any of the exchange. You can't exchange for the token, so you're just sitting on a bunch of stuff. And Leonardo locking heroes down here, guys. Look at Leonardo. That's why players run him. Look at this. It's kind of a really bad cheese. Make sure the artifacts are right. Call on everyone. Yeah, I put the calls out there. I think I have it on all the right heroes. Guys, look at that. It's so cool looking. We just need Raku to, I think I might have to take him off of the automatic. Because now we're going to have to fight it again. That's why I hate Zolrath, guys. Is Baba Yaga worth 309.60? Honestly, the plus 30 for the engraving is there. The 209 is really good. Just like most heroes, though, the 209 will do really well for Baba Yaga. For majority of players, that is where kind of the first staple, Exodile, that you want to build her is that 309. Excuse me, the 209 is where you really want to build her. When you're starting to max out more heroes, I would say the 309 with the plus 30 engraving, plus 60 again. She's pretty far down the priority list in my opinion. With the plus 60, there's a lot of other heroes that I would prioritize far before her, honestly. Chapter 38, don't use Thorn. Yeah, Mike, so the difference between those, which we can take this off auto. I know Raku's auto attack is what does an incredible amount of damage. But Zolrath just got destroyed there. And I also wish that we could just turn one hero off of auto, which I think would be really cool if we just had that ability to take Raku off of auto and keep everyone else on auto. Even there, guys, they're taking an incredible amount of damage. And if Raku dies, this kind of, I think the auto is just going to leave it on there. We'll look at Thorn in a minute. Also, if you don't consider a non-meta pick, put the, oh yeah, Oceanic Strings on Tassie. Yeah, that's a pretty good build. What I like. Yeah, 100 scrolls are coming, guys. We know the anniversary effect is coming, or the event is coming pretty soon, which I absolutely want to see. But they're giving us 100 scrolls. 100 scrolls when it came after 3. Yeah, I think it did. What did it do? Like 30, 30. I think it was 30, 30, and 40. Or 20 to 30. Which this one again. Guys, dealing with Zolrath. If we can kill Zolrath first, we'll be all set. Hoping with the anniversary event drops soon. Yeah, very soon. I mean, it should be, I'm thinking Geeky, it might even be tonight. On the test server, it'll drop, so we got a couple more days. Should I use Swap Scroll on a Star, Scarlet, or Solus? Ozzy, honestly, in there, I would put it on, I would swap to Scarlet. Most of you know that I absolutely love Scarlet, guys. Scarlet does incredibly well, and Scarlet within the Twisted Realm is a priority, is honestly probably one of the biggest priorities. Scarlet can destroy teams super fast within there, or maximizing the damage within Twisted Realm, is also used in a bunch of different places, guys. I prioritize Scarlet over a lot of different heroes just because, which that one we just ran out of time. We'll get this one. Also, I'm hoping we'll get some really big codes. Same Geeky, they've done it in the past. Lilith has given us some really good codes. So we have gotten some really solid codes in the past when it came to the anniversary event. I used my swap scroll for Odin. I did the same, Adi. That is what I did on some of my accounts. I swapped Shimira for Odin, and it was good. That was the really, really good swap. Is Awakened Taylene good? She's okay, Karen. I mean, she's used within the Cursed Realm. Most players are not using her when it comes to Endgame. I don't see that many formations. PvP, she's good. But for a lot of AFK Arena, most people are not using Awakened Taylene. She's a tank. And the big thing with the original Taylene is Taylene actually healed a considerable amount. The Awakened Taylene has shielding, but doesn't have the healing ability. So unfortunately, the healing ability is not there. And this one, guys, Zolrath just keeps taking us down in the bottom, which I don't like. Can I use my swap scroll for Kren? You can. If you want to swap for Kren, Kren is actually a good hero. A lot of the meta heroes, guys, I would highly recommend. See, and even there, guys, the RNG. A lot of the meta heroes are honestly the big priority. Let's see, guys, if we can keep... See, Zolrath keeps coming over. And again, I wish we could just turn his ultimate ability off. We could just turn off Raku's. But even then, if we're going to lose all these heroes, it's not going to work. Just swap my 5-star Chimera for Scarlet. Yeah, that's... If you have 5-star Chimera, again, metas might change in the future, guys, so you do have to be kind of careful with that. But ultimately, if you have a hero you're not utilizing, is what I find a lot of times. Is there are a lot of heroes that players do not utilize at all. And again, Zolrath, guys. Is Raku falling out of the meta? Honestly, Raku still does an incredible amount of damage, which is honestly the big reason why Raku is still in a lot of different formations. The problem with the formation that I have right here is not having Mishka built up to where I need to. Mishka actually needs a 9 of 9 furniture because that'll chain her ults if she loses one of those wolves. But I don't have it right now. I don't have enough. Question, is the popular hero list in game a good and relevant list? Not really, Kale. A lot of heroes on there. You know, you see Chimera up higher. You see a couple of like the earlier heroes, which is kind of unfortunate. But most of the time, you don't see a lot of the meta heroes that are highest priority when it comes to those. What's going on? Is it Paco Bear? I think it's either Pooh Bear or Paco Bear. Haven't subbed the entire time. Guys, if you haven't subbed, go ahead and sub. I don't think I have my sound on, so I didn't see, but we had, I think, a new one. Kovacs have subbed to the channel. Guys, thanks for the sub. I've been pretty busy here. You need, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is having Mishka built up, guys. Not only do I not have the engraving on here, but I also do not have the furniture. Yeah, I need to build up Mishka. I know we built out Haelus. There was a lot of heroes in here that we've been kind of building. We have them on a list. We're going through. And Panda Bite as well. And then Paco Bear. Boom. 2 new subs. Thank you, guys. We're at 23,300. I think we're well over there, guys. Kind of crazy with the amount of subs that we've seen on YouTube. Not only the subs, the members, the merchandise, the super chats, the thank yous, the super thank yous. Guys, absolutely love all the love and support for the channel. It's crazy how big it has gotten. I think Alero can be good. He needs a very high investment. It seems lately, Geeky, that's kind of been the problem, is they're coming out with so many different heroes, and every hero, it seems, again, I feel like Lilith has really gotten smart with formations and has really stressed the importance of really stressed the importance of building out the heroes and building them out considerably. I think we have call. Lorisna does not, but I don't know if we have any more room for these calls. We have Kelthar, we have Rain, we have Pippa, we have Leonardo. Let me grab Rains. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We'll see what we can do here with them. I have the Elite Celestial Hypo Twins, Lucretia, and Alna almost done. Mahira, you'll actually want to build up. If you already have all those heroes done, Trollmaster, Mahira, you'll want to take up to probably Mythic. Same with Khazard. Those two will kind of go hand in hand with that combination. They're really the two heroes that you want to build. Mahira Khazard to 30 signature item makes a huge difference, guys. It is honestly a game changer when it comes to the amount of damage that they're putting out. I have Lucretia, Alna, Mahira Khazard, Zolrath. Honestly, out of there, it's you have Lucy, you have Alna, Mahira Khazard. You have a majority of the primary ones. I would wait, Hayden, to see exactly how well the new hero works. So some of the tricks in here is some of the heroes not putting gear on. That way they die faster. So again, looking at a lot of different comps, a lot of players run with no gear on some of these heroes. And I ran these two with no gear. Everyone else has gear because of the survivability. So if Leica doesn't die before the other heroes, or if the banishment goes on Lorzen, things of that nature, which that one was actually pretty close. The gear makes a big difference with the heroes that are in here, guys. Yeah, Haelus would be a really good shout. Yeah, really strong hero, guys. The ability, again, with the majority of the new heroes, it is about the investment. A lot of them are a high investment. Same, Peter, with Frampton. Frampton does pretty well, but Frampton is another hero that is a very high investment. I mean, honestly, if you want Frampton to work, especially with any of the damage heroes, they have to be built out, and they have to be completely built out. Is Rowan still my favorite hero? Yes, Kale. Absolutely, Rowan is still my favorite hero, guys. I love the skin they did for him. I think it was a very unique way to put the skin on him, but I love it. It's so cool. Here's that required max out investment. Yeah, geeky, and that's it. That's kind of what they've gotten into. Is a lot of heroes do require a very high investment. Would you prioritize relic upgrades during events with leftover resources from getting the heroes? Panda, I would. So we've prioritized the Call and the Eye are the two by far best artifacts within AFK Arena. They are the two that you want to build out. The rest of the artifacts, not so much, or the rest of the artifacts, there isn't any other ones in there that I would really recommend building out. But getting the Call to 5 stars, getting the Eye to 5 stars makes a huge difference. It makes an absolute huge difference. Zekas seems broken. Yeah, Zekas is mainly PvP. I have seen him in a formation here or there, but most players, again, do not, do the investment for Zekas. If you're not into PvP, there isn't any team comps that I know that are built around. I don't even know anyone that is kind of running Zekas within formations. Couldn't tell you that much. Even when you look at, again, looking at like, AFK Arena Helper, looking at different sources, most of the players in there are not running Zekas in any campaign formations, period. I'm sure for the tower, of course, the tower, it's going to be pretty good. Just because you have minimum heroes in there. Zekas is a very tough damage hero, which would work out pretty well. It's just the investment. Like we've kind of said before, it is the investment piece in there that is very expensive. Guys, let me check out some of these formations over here on AFK Arena Helper. Again, we've went through a lot of different formations. And everybody, even looking down at team after team after team, guys, second team is usually always Thorin. So Thorin, again, we know it's super high RNG. Some people run him in the back, again, running different formations with him. And I look around the same exact team comp or the same exact build that I have, because even there's different variations where it puts actually Kelthar up front, dropping out Pippa, and putting Aziz in here with Lorzen. So this is another formation, variation of the formation that a lot of players are running for the mana battery. But again, I don't know how. I guess this one you're kind of reliant on Kelthar taking out some of the back line, or the RNG of having Tassie. Tassie, of course, we know is kind of a random hero with where she is going to go. But there are a bunch of different formations and a bunch of different dynamics in here. But we can try this one. We'll run it a little bit. What's your Lucretia at? Mine's at 5 stars, 35, 18, 85 engraving. Lucretia's at, mine is 3 stars with 30, I think 30, 9 of 9 furniture, so pretty basic. And then engraving's at 60. So it is a little bit lower. Big thing with Lucretia, if you are really pushing her much higher, the big benefit you're going to get with Lucretia is reducing the RNG. That is honestly one of the big things, is the higher you build Lucretia, which is the similar that we see with Ainz. The more you build out Ainz, the less RNG you're going to have, because he's doing so much more damage. And that one was pretty close, guys. Well, we have everyone here. Since Baba Yaga Redemption is dropping later tonight, what do you all hope the next dimensional hero? That's a good question on who the next dimensional hero will be. When is it good to start stargazing? So neat. The big kind of general rule of thumb that I use when it comes to stargazing is having 3 ascended heroes of each faction. Because what's going to happen is, if you're not very heavy pay to win, if you start stargazing too early, you're not going to get the heroes to progress within the faction towers. If you don't have the heroes to make solid progression in the faction towers, you're going to miss out on all of your you're going to miss out on all of the cards in there. So it's kind of a trade-off. Again, if you're free to play, absolutely, guys, it is. If you're free to play, wait till you get enough heroes. When you start getting Stargazer cards from the faction towers, I would start stargazing at that point, putting a lot more focus in some of those heroes, because you know you're already getting Stargazer cards. What is my least favorite hero, guys? Zolrath. Zolrath has always been, as much as I dislike Athelia within the campaign, Zolrath is a nightmare to deal with, for the simple fact that he makes you fight the teams twice. And when it comes to the Dismal Maze, when it comes to, running the Labyrinth, fighting the teams multiple times is just an absolute pain in the butt, because it extends the duration. It extends the amount of time you have to do the runs considerably, which I don't like. Yeah, I would love to see The Witcher. That would be absolutely awesome. I have Mythic Zolrath. Ascended is needed. Tamis, yes. Zolrath, guys, has to be ascended. Big reason, of course, with Zolrath is the 3 of 9 furniture. The 3 of 9 furniture delays entering the battle, which is the reason Zolrath was built. You'll actually have to build up Zolrath again all the way to that 3 of 9 furniture, because that is what you need. And then if you build him up further, if you take him to 9 of 9 furniture, if you take the signature item higher, if you take the engraving higher, he does a considerable amount of damage, which is what a lot of players do. Next dimensional would be Socrates or some other old guy. No, Mike, we are done with the old guys with the beards. I still get both of them confused from time to time, because we have Leo and we have Merlin. No more old guys with beards. We're passing on that. Is the temple not like the normal tavern? I opened 40 tickets and got nothing. The temple is not, Paul. So the temple has its own, which I believe the temple has the same rates as the Stargazer, meaning that within there you could pull, 5, 6, 7 copies with tickets and get nothing. So it is tied. I believe it is the exact same rate. Stargazing and the temple are the same. 6 to 7 is usually the pull statistically that you get within either of those game modes. Frampton Lucretia E80 is incredible. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't built Frampton yet. We built Zafriel instead of Frampton, as you guys seen. So we could definitely build them out. It'll just be in the future. What are the odds of me saving up my summons and you summoning it? I can. Actually, I know Levi had asked me to do a viewer summons. I've gotten a couple... I've gotten a few requests for viewer summons, guys. I just have to set aside some time to do it. I definitely want to do them. It's just a little more time consuming to do them. But absolutely, guys, I love doing the viewer summons. It's such a very cool thing to do. Happy to make it to the live stream. Question for the On the Greyborn. Would you plus 30 Silas or Oden? That's a tough choice. Silas honestly will do well with the plus 20. Oden does well with the plus 22. I would probably go Silas just for the simple fact that Silas is going to bring the entire attack rating boost to the team. Where Oden, I believe, gets from 3% to 5% and a little bit more haste. I would do Silas just to keep him alive if you're at that point. But like I said, you're giving the boost there to Grez as well. You're also giving the boost to Alna within that formation. And everybody else, depending where you have Silas built with the furniture. Oden does incredibly well, even if you don't have that plus 30. If he's at plus 20, it will still work well. Why not switch the Thorn team with another one? It does work. And again, I know it is kind of the RNG factor here. We could swap this with another team. We could look at a couple different formations. A lot of AFK Arena, when you get to this point, guys, is RNG. Honestly, that's really, it does come to a big RNG factor on here, which I know we've swapped up a couple. So try Thorin. And again, the old one, this was actually this is the Thorin comp that worked last time. This is actually the old one that they were working. Try Thorin, Keltar, Pippa, Lycan, and Lorzan. Thorin with I, call on everyone else. I think that's what we have here, Hyatt. I believe I have, so we got the call, or we got the I on there, which is exactly what we have. So try Thorin, Keltar, Pippa. Yep, which we have, like a Lorzan. Yep. And then the call. We have exactly that formation. This is another formation from AFK Arena Helper that we've kind of looked at. Yeah, so this is the original one that we started with, because Thorin actually gets dropped right into the middle. You can actually see him right there in the middle. But again, just the RNG. Honestly, just the RNG aspect of it. Is there a dragon type looking here on AFK? I don't think so. Not really like a dragon, I would say like a dragon, like what traditionally. Yeah, Scrag kind of has what he rides. He rides Ironjaw, but not, I wouldn't say really like a dragon. Yeah. My favorite dimensional, honestly, Karen, is Arthur. Arthur has always been, most of you guys know, Arthur, the whole story behind King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table, all of that, I've always absolutely loved. All of the movies, all of the, the King Arthur movies and everything, the gameplay, I've always loved. I've always loved the mythological monsters, the dragons, the, knights, the always geared towards and always played those type games, which it's just my preference. I've always loved. It's been crazy. A little more time. Yeah, hit me up on Discord, Levi. I'll definitely do that. I got some time probably later tonight, depending on what they drop here. But like I said, viewer summons just take a little bit more time and a little bit more planning to kind of get everything done. How is the new Celestial? Should I get her instead of Zorath? Tail, honestly, the new Celestial, guys, it's new, it's shiny. Zorath is tried and true. Zorath is in meta formations. Zorath is used for quite a bit of AFK Arena, including PvP. The new Celestial, I believe, is going to do a considerable amount of damage, but Zorath will be easy to get because you can get them out of the shop. Zorath can be out of the Challenger store, which does make it a lot easier to acquire. Acquire Zorath first. Like I said, Zorath we know has been tried and true. We know Zorath does really well. In the new Celestial hero, it might just be another Celestial damage hero that we've seen, you know, kind of with Athalia, kind of with the heroes of that nature. It's too early to tell how the new dimensional hero is really going to do, just because it's too new. We don't know. Other dimensional I want to see is Aiden from Watch Dogs. Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Aiden from Watch Dogs. I don't think I'm too familiar with Watch Dogs. A ranger. Yeah, we need a couple more rangers. What do you want to choose build next? Tresnor or a star? Honestly, Candid, I would go with a star. Just like what Javid said, I would go with a star. Tresnor is good and used in a couple different places, but a star has a damage mitigation. A star also does a significant amount of damage. That's the other big thing, is not only is a star, you know, a support hero, a star running together with Mishka works incredibly well. It is a team comp that works incredibly well. Do you think they'll make 2 Celestials and Hypogean based on the first 2 characters ever in the game? They'll make 2 Celestials and 2 Hypogean heroes based on the first 2 characters. They could. I don't know. AFK Arena, it's interesting to see. I don't see some of the logic behind like some of the collabs or some of the ideas they were kind of looking at, but it'll be interesting to see what they do in the future. And I'm not exactly 100% sure exactly why we haven't seen any more collaborations. With the Dimensional Heroes, it seemed like the collaborations worked really well. I feel like it... let me check Thorin's gear. Which I think we just have the hat on him. I think we have the accuracy piece as well. Big problem here, guys, is engraving. So a lot of players have said just build another Thorin, which I absolutely might just build another Thorin. And keep this one until one day, someday, maybe they'll let us swap the engraving. I did this right when engraving came out, making Thorin a little bit stronger, adding a lot more damage, but it did add some mitigation in there as well. So we'll have to figure it out. We made it through a couple stages. I know we didn't finish out the boss stage today, but I can definitely push it out a little bit more. Yeah, the RNG, guys, we've seen the RNG factor in here. We've ran this before, and it just takes a while to work. Whenever I get abundant money and I pick up some stuff, I'd be down for you to do some viewer summons for my account. Yeah, definitely, Geeky. Just let me know. Like I said, I know there's been a couple people have reached out about doing viewer summons, which I'm going to have to look through the emails tonight and kind of get everything in there. E-armor, no helmet, and the best boots. Yeah, we did the same kind of the formation in here, which I'll show you Thorin here. So we could take that off. So we do have the weapon. So just like you said, best weapon, which we have the best weapon. Best boots, which I have. No armor. This armor is the accuracy. That's one of the reasons why everyone runs the Zealot's plate on him, because of that accuracy. And then the helmet was just the crit. That was really the big thing on there, was the crit that people were running. See you later, Brett. Have a good day. Haelus is very... Yeah. Haelus is not the biggest priority. E11 on Thorin. Yes, if you're focusing Thorin on the damage aspect is really what you want to do. If you start getting into some of the other portions in there, when you start doing Thorin taking less damage, it's counterintuitive to how the hero works, which is really the big thing. Yep, don't engrave Thorin, guys. Once you engrave him, you're stuck. You're literally stuck in here building another Thorin if you want a Thorin. Does Haelus have some use in the campaign? Yeah, they're actually used. I'll show you the formation. So Haelus is actually used within this formation. Works actually incredibly well because of the totem and the shielding effect. If you can keep Lucy up, super difficult to kill Lucy, of course. But with the shielding aspect that Haelus brings, works perfect. That is a battle that we should have no problem. 3.4 billion damage which again is absolute insanity, the amount that she puts up. But that's what a lot of players have run in the formation, is running with Haelus, just like we've seen there. That worked incredibly well. This one, again, we're going to have to figure out. Mishka needs built. We have to build out Mishka, guys. She is not anywhere near built where we need to get her to be successful. And that's, again, one of the big things, guys, is having these heroes built out. Having that plus 60 engraving on her would be able to actually keep probably the entire team alive and also provide a big boost in damage in there. You think they'll make the Dura the goddess of life and death into heroes? I wish. We've actually talked about that before, Peter, that it would be very cool to do Celestial Hypogean with both of those and see exactly what it looks like. What's going on, Apollinaire? I think it would be really cool to see both of those built. I mean, they already kind of have the hero models in there, so I think it would be relatively easy to build them out, just because, like I said, you already have them in there. Batman or Jack the Ripper, they'd focus on controlling the enemy. I would do Jack the Ripper, Geeky. I would not do I would not do Batman. I wouldn't bring the Batman DC comics in here. You never know what that would entail or what it would turn into. In some of the games, it loses a lot of the feel when you start bringing in a lot of those heroes. Do you think Tassie is the next awakened hero? I don't think so. I don't think Tassie would be the next awakened hero. They had said before that they were not going to utilize meta heroes, and Tassie was still used. I honestly want to see, I think it would be really cool, is to see a hero like Shamira. You know, Shamira used to be one of the absolute best heroes in AFK Arena. I would absolutely like to see Shamira awakened, just because, again, so many players use Shamira for an incredible amount of AFK Arena. I think it would be cool to see. I think the Shamira aspect would, in my opinion, would be very, very cool to see. But we'll have to see. And look at that. We got that one done, guys. Boom. Finally got that one done. Even cheese in the Mishka. So now, just like we did last week, guys, I'm going to let this one run until we complete this one. We know the Thorin cheese, the RNG factor is going to take a little bit. Just reached chapter 35. Should I build Thorin? I would advise building Thorin, guys, just because when you start getting into the 5th team, especially when you get into some of the Thor or some of the Flora comps, it's incredibly hard. It is absolutely incredibly hard to get through some of the Flora comps without the RNG that Thorin brings. Yeah, I do not want to see Oscar, guys. I really hope. I would love to see Baden. I think Baden and Thane would be two really cool heroes to have built. It would be interesting to see, especially because Baden is been kind of the focus, especially with the skin. I don't know if they would do Baden because the skin just happened. That would be kind of interesting to see. And again, it's going to be really interesting when they start doing the faction heroes on who they focus on first. Now, with that being said, we know the next hero that is coming, and Dolly has alluded to this. They've kind of talked about it on Reddit. The next hero that is in the queue after our Celestial hero is going to be a Wilder. So we do have a new Wilder hero coming. So if you start saving now, if you start saving your faction scrolls, whatever it may be, the next hero within the next 2 weeks will be a Wilder hero. And I believe it is going to be a guy, because it says like they haven't seen like someone so ferocious, something like that. Does Thorin need the 3 of 9 or 9 of 9 furniture? Not really. Thorin doesn't need the furniture to work. Thorin just needs the signature item. Like even looking here at his 9 of 9 furniture, 3 of 9 resurrected is stunned. It helps. The same with this, the 150 energy points. It helps. Is it a requirement? Absolutely not. But just like what Javid said, you can remove the furniture. That's not a big thing. The 3 of 9 and the 9 of 9 do helps. Do you think the normal faction Awakened Heroes will have the same mechanics? Yes. So we've been told that the Awakened Heroes will have the SP mechanic, the ability to actually change the battlefield, which is going to be interesting how they build it in all of the faction heroes. So I'm wondering if, let's say we get a Awakened Wilder hero, if the Wilder hero changes the battlefield to affect or to help Wilder heroes, I think that would be a pretty cool effect versus just having a kind of random one-off effect. If there was an ability to change the effect for specific factions, I think would be pretty cool. But again, there's a lot of stuff that they could do with this. A lot of ways they could go. But big thing I want to see, guys, is the guild bosses. I would absolutely love to see the guild bosses. Does Grez need the 9 of 9 furniture? Absolutely, guys. Grez is one of the ones you absolutely want to take to the 9 of 9. That gives the shields to the minions. When the minions die, they actually do the damage. That is where the minion damage comes from. It's not from the attack of the minion itself. It is the 9 of 9 Grez for not only the campaign, but also within the Twisted Realm. The shield that is broken within the minions is what brings all of the damage to the formations. So definitely, guys, Grez 9 of 9 is really, really big. Same with Ulna, just like what Javid said. Ulna's 9 of 9, guys, super important. Grez, yep, 9 of 9. You have to have Grez scale or it doesn't work. Honestly, it doesn't work. Let's hope they are not so hard to build like Awaken. Yeah, they're going to be the same. So all the Awakened heroes, guys, and again, short of Lilith changing anything, they have said those Awakened heroes are going to be built the same way. So you're going to build them within the Temple of Time, and then you're going to be able to add stars within the Stargazer onto them. Big question is, are they going to give us other avenues to get more Temple of Time cards? Because as of right now, guys, they're incredibly difficult to get and they're very expensive. So there's going to have to be something in there to continue getting the Temple of Time cards. There's going to have to be a build to get those heroes, just like we see with those Stargazer cards. Close to maxing out Grez is free to play. 3 stars done and 1 of 9 done. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Grez, you can't go wrong with building out Grez just because he is such a strong hero, guys. I'm in chapter 34, but I don't know much about the game. Do you have a chance to edit if I give my account? Honestly, Fooly, the best way, and I think Javid has a link over to our Discord. Throw some screenshots up in there. We can absolutely run through. There are so many helpful people over on my Discord. Hop on there, ask questions. They're always willing to help with formations and a bunch of different questions. If you pop a question in there, I guarantee you guys, someone will answer your question about formations, PvP, character builds, where you should have them built. Also, within YouTube, if you go to my section on guides, I have guides for pretty much everything out there. There are guides for everything. Thank you, Javid, for that link. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's stream. Just a little bit over an hour. I got some family here, so I'm going to go spend some time with them. This one I'm going to let run just like we did before. Thorn cheese might take a bit, but it is a tried and true method. We know it does work. It just takes a while to get to work, honestly. Should I build Mortis to Mythic first or Haelus to Ascended? I would go Haelus to 1 star. Big thing is Mortis will work regardless of how far you have him built. Mortis does not need signature items, doesn't need furniture, doesn't need engraving, doesn't need anything. Haelus needs everything. He really does have to be built within there. But like I said, Mortis will work. The time you build Mortis any further is if you start having issues with the survivability. So if he's actually dying out, long before he is able to buff heroes, then it is time to build them up a little bit higher. Other than that, guys, that's kind of the way to build them. Same with the twins and with Mortis, guys. Build him out when he's not living is really the big one. Oh, you're welcome, Carol. Have a good day. Really wish Temple of Time wasn't expensive to use. Yes, Geeky, and that is why even on here, guys, we chose not to build Awakened Taylene, knowing that we wanted to build Aziz. I saved the cards, guys. You have to pick and choose who you're going to build. Honestly, that's really the big thing. You have to pick and choose what heroes you're going to build. We know we're going to continue getting heroes every 2 weeks, so definitely building out and picking who you are going to choose. So, all right, guys, again, that will do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Got some more videos on the way. I'm going to do, again, some of our viewer summons pretty soon because we have a lot of those to kind of get to. So have a good weekend, guys. Thank you for joining me. And as always, thank you guys for watching.